Hello, everybody. Coming back to the NBA, the Washington Wizards at the Boston Celtics. Coming back to you with the NBA as a break was given last night. Should have been the Bucks and Boston Celtics at the Festum Forum in Milwaukee, but there was a slight delay going across the world. So, which we are going to go, and the NBA does continue here on the Boston Sports Network. And the starting five for the Boston Celtics is Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, and Daniel Tice starting as center. John Wall for the Wizards, point guard. Bradley Beal, shooting guard. Brown Jr. at small forward. Hachimakama at power forward, and Bryant at center. And we are going to tip off here shortly after these messages. And here are the starting lineups as we get off to the Boston Celtics. It's 30-34. Washington Wizards going up against the Boston Celtics here in the TD Garden, which everybody may call it the Boston Garden in New York, or in New York, going across this, what do you call it? We'll be filming live studios in New York, but this game is held in Boston. My bad if you guys got my mess up. I said it was New York. It's Boston. So, and here we go. Kemba Walker starting for the point guard position for the Boston Celtics. John Wall starting for the Washington Wizards. 20.4 points a game is John Wall. 21.8 is Kemba Walker. Both of them don't have the rebounding percentages. Higher, not so much on the assists either, but these two guys can score. And here we go, tip off as the Boston Celtics control the tip. And Jason Tatum working in. Jason Tatum draws the foul, and he'll be headed in the line to shoot a pair to get it started in Boston. And he knocks down the first free throw here. Jason Tatum, really good free throw percentage, and it's 2-0 Boston getting it started here in the TD Garden as the Wizards could take the 8th seed in the playoffs. And here we go, if they have to win out. And there it is, Bradley Beal jumps and kind of jumps over and dunks it in over Tatum. And here's Kemba Walker on the little juke out. Tatum for three. And that's good. Jason Tatum connecting early. He has 5 of the 5 points scored for the Boston Celtics. Good job by Tatum. Going defense, this guy. And he is good job cutting him off. And it's going to be a rebound by Gordon Hayward. What a season he's been performing, coming off of not so much of a performing game last season. But here we go. Bradley Beal for 3. Connects. And they score their first points. This time it's Bradley Beal on the other end for the Washington Wizards. And here's Kemba doing some juking around. He is doing some good. Jaylen Brown trying to go in. Daniel Tice boxes him out. Hayward for 3. No, that's a deep 2. And it's Bryant with the rebound. And Brown Jr. And that's going to be slightly tipped by Jaylen Brown. Unable to let him go through. So Kemba Walker on the dribble. He's coming up. Kemba Walker. Back to Jaylen Brown. Does a little sneaky move here on Beal, and that's a little friendly off, a little bit too strong there on the rim. And John Wall, good defense by Kemba Walker. He's been playing more defense than anything this season. And here's Jason Tatum trying to struggle his way into the rim. dips it to Jaylen Brown, back out to Gordon Hayward, and Gordon Hayward dips it in. Daniel Tice for two. Good. Daniel Tice. What good that he has been. Picking up the pace as a starting job for the Boston Celtics this season after had an okay off the bench last season as Al Horford was taking starting job as center, and he got traded, or he got traded to the Philadelphia 76ers in the offseason. From deep, Bradley Beal misses that. Rebounds, calls it in, tails it in by Daniel Tice. And there's Gordon Hayward. Wriggles in and out. How many times you got to see that ball wriggle in and out? Gordon Hayward has just a sweet touch on it. And John Wall is doing some fancy dribbling moves here early. Over him. Not good, and that's rebounded and connected by Jason Tatum. And here it is, Kemba Walker moves his way in. Good. And it is 9-7, Boston leads. Again, there's now already a couple lead changes already in this game. This game's already about 4 minutes in. And there it is, back off high and off the glass. It's 9-9. And here is Kemba Walker dribbling down the court. Jaylen Brown for three. Wriggles off the rim. A little bit too hard there on the shot there, and Kemba Walker shutting down Bradley Beal after he had a dunk. He had a dunk and a three-pointer already. He has 5. And that's Jaylen Brown. Fast, quick move, all open his three. Kemba rolls off the rim. And it is still 9-9. Good defense this game is so far. Gordon Hayward cutting down Brown, and Brown for three, and he tacks it home, and it is now 12-9 Washington. This would be an upset of the year if Washington can knock off Boston on the road. And here's Jason Tatum. Connects, no. Misses a little friendly roll. Couldn't get the friendly roll to fall. And John Wall has a chance to break Kemba Walker. And good defense by Kemba Walker, making him throw a contested shot. And Bradley Beal calls it in. Brown over him and knocks it down. 12-4 run for the Wizards, and it's 14-9 for Washington. Kemba Walker steps up for three. And he couldn't handle it in. Quick go around for Kemba Walker. Wall. And a timeout taken by the Celtics. And the Celtics are off to a slow start here at home against the Washington Wizards. And we'll be back right after these messages here on the Boston local network. Welcome back on the Boston Sports Network here in Boston, Massachusetts. And it is currently a 16-9 lead for the Washington Wizards, and they're up by 7. And we are about to get this game back on their way here in the TD Garden. And here we are as the playoffs looking as Washington's trying to get that 8th spot, as Boston currently holds the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs. And here we go. Kemba Walker controls the inbounds pass, and Kemba trying to work his way in. Back out, Jaylen Brown for three. Good job, and that wriggles in and out, and then back in. And it's 16-12, and Jaylen Brown's averaging 23 points a game with 7 rebounds, with a 58 points field goal percentage, and there it is. That wriggles in and out. Gordon Hayward controls the rebound. And there it is. Kemba Walker gets the and one. The fall. Kemba Walker having not good of a night, but he gets the and one to fall there, and he gets 3 points on that little play there off that little layup. He gets the and one, he gets the and one to connect, and here we go. John Wall, and now it's back to a 1 point game. And there's a nifty little move by John Wall. Gets it over there by Daniel Tice. Kemba, back out. Gordon Hayward, jukes. Jaylen Brown for three. In and out. Trying to tie it up. They have one of the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA right now is the Boston Celtics. They have seen hit some shots from beyond the arc from the logo. And now is 2 free throws for John Wall. Gives them a 5-point lead on the road. And here we go. Kemba Walker does a little iffy little move here. Back out Jaylen Brown. Marcus Smart is checked in. Defensive Player of the Year candidate. There it is. Kemba for three, and that's a little bit too strong off the rim there and off the friendly end of it. Bradley Beal jukes him out. Jason Tatum. There's no way Jason Tatum's going to let that happen. And Tice gets the defensive there for wrinkle in. And there's Tatum, jams it in, an assist by Marcus Smart for the lay-in. It's back to 3 points. It's 20-17. It's sort of a high-scoring game so far. Affair here tonight, here in Boston. There it is, Bradley Beal. Connects, no. Daniel Tice hauls it in. Jason Tatum continues, jams it in again. And he says, not in my house. He takes it to the rim by himself, and it is 20-19 Washington over the Boston Celtics. As the Boston Celtics are trying to make a little rally and try to regain this lead. They're at home. There's John Wall for three. No, Jaylen Brown hauls in the rebound. Jukes him in. Jason Tatum does a little iffy little bounce move. Brown for the lead. No. And that's going to be Kamara with the rebound. Hauls it in, passes it to John Wall. John Wall is tucking him down. Jaylen Brown playing defense on him. And good defense there. And that's a foul on Jason Tatum. His second. He better look out. One more, he's technically in foul trouble. And knocks it down. It's a 2-point game. This makes it a 3-point game. It is 22-19 here in Boston. Brad Wanamaker is checked in along with Grant Williams, a rookie out of Tennessee. Cantor, the backup center, was a starter in Oklahoma City a while ago, a couple years ago. And here we go, Cantor. Back up, Brown. 2. Good. And now it is a 22-21 ball game in Boston. It is a tough matchup so far. It looks like is Washington trying to get that eighth spot in the playoffs. As the playoffs would start today, they would not be in the playoffs. And there is a rebound by Grant Williams, and it's called in by Cantor. Jaylen Brown. Back out. Marcus Smart. Cantor. Off the glass, and the Celtics lead by 1. 23-22. In a very big, decent game coming here. Brad Wanamaker playing good. And that's blocked by Grant Williams. Marcus Smart going to the rack himself. And a 4-and-1! And Boston Celtics have the momentum here at home. Marcus Smart could not get that and one in that one shot to fall. And it's only going to be 2. And there's Bradley Beal on him. Tie ball game as Cody Zeller takes it to the game, and it's back to 1. Jaylen Brown, juke him up. Got to pass the ball out. Marcus Smart for 3. Off the rack. And it's Kamara with the rebound. He's a rookie, and that ball's tipped. And it's stolen away by Grant Williams. Brad Wanamaker does a little bit of teardrop and fall, and it's good. And the Boston Celtics lead by 3. They're shooting 48% from the field. Washington's shooting 41% from the field. And here we go. Boston Celtics trying to just stay alive here. And there it is. And that's going. Boston Celtics trying to move their way up to the 3 or 2 seed. And here is Brad Wanamaker back in. Jaylen Brown takes it to the rack himself. And one, no! And it's fouled. He heads to the line to shoot a couple. Jaylen Brown not having a good year at the free throw line. This season he's averaging 20.5 points a game. In the month of March so far, he is averaging 23 points a game. And the Celtics regain a 3-point lead, 29-26. Brad Wanamaker playing good on Jabaz Napier. He went to college in UConn, in University of Connecticut. I remember him playing in March Madness, but there is no March Madness this year, and most of you guys probably know why. That is kind of a disappointment around the country. And here goes Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown jams it in! Oh my goodness! What a jam by Jaylen Brown! He posterizes Cody Zeller! What a dunk! And we're gonna remember that throughout the rest of the season, if not history. Oh my goodness! And here's Zach Kamara. Grant Williams playing on him. Brad Wanamaker on Beal. Beal spins moves. Juke 2 is good. Back to 1. It's 31-30. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Here in a beautiful night in a sold-out crowd. Here in the TD Garden, Boston. There's a 2. Nah, highs. Too strong off the rim. And we tick down to the final minute of quarter number 1. Jabaz Napier over the best defensive player of the year. He fouls. Marcus Smart fouls Jabaz Napier. And wow. What a start of the season so far in this game. Wizards have a chance to take the lead, and they do. And that's another lead change of this game. Boston Celtics have a hell of a bench. And here we go. Off the glass again. Banks it in is Brad Wanamaker. He is coming off great, coming off the bench, scoring terrifically amount of numbers. And here is Wagner. He played in LA, and that's going to be off the rim. Too strong for Beal. Hauled in. Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown jams it in again. He becoming the LeBron of the East Coast. Oh my goodness. He is bringing down the net. And Jabaz Napier checkly closely on the clock as the Celtics lead by 3. Jabaz Napier up, easy finger roll. And he able to friendly roll it and put it in the hoop and brings it to Brad Wanamaker again. Grant Williams for 3. And that's Brad Wanamaker on the rebound. Robert Williams for 2. Off the rim again, and that's going to end of quarter number 1. And the Celtics had a couple of possessions, and we'll be back after these messages in Boston. Welcome back here in Boston and the Boston Sports Network between the Boston Celtics and the Wizards. As the Wizards will take possession to start the quarter number 2 here. And all of a sudden Marcus Smart's going to have to guard Bradley Beal, one of the best defensive players of the year, and he probably will take home defensive player of the year all around the NBA. And here Bradley Beal, good job by Marcus Smart, and that's a foul. His second. Good job Bradley Beal reading that defense, putting it, fakes it, and has a chance to give the Wizards the lead. Robert Williams has been impressing a lot of fans this season, as the Boston Celtics are glad Robert Williams is here playing in Boston Celtic uniform. Robert Williams, and one! Robert Williams, and exactly when I say that, he impresses the fans right there by getting an and one call, and he's a pretty decent free throw shooter as well, and he knocks it down. He's a center, and everybody suggested he should be the center, the starting center for Boston Celtics this season over Daniel Tice, just because of the fast, just because of the wingspan he has. And there it is. Cody Zeller ties the game up. Brad Wanamaker jukes him on, passes it to Brad Wanamaker. Off the glass it goes. And there's a 3-ball, and the Washington Wizards regain a 3-point lead. And here's Marcus Smart on the catch and roll, trying to draw the foul, couldn't get it. And a rebound by Jabaz Napier. And all of a sudden, the Wizards controlling the momentum. There's some Wizards fans here, a little bit of red and blue here. And that's nearly steal by Brad Wanamaker. Bradley Beal trying to get him over the wingspan. Robert Williams in there, no connecting, got it. Cody Zeller. That's Wagner, actually. My bad. Gordon Hayward on the dunk over Wagner. And it's 43-40. Wizards lead by 3. Bradley Beal back on. Bradley Beal in. Burton's on out. He is out. He's good. He's trying to pack back down Gordon Hayward. Wagner for 3. That's in and out, and Grant Williams hauls in the rebound. Robert Williams passes the ball to Marcus Smart. Back out. Back in. Back out to Brad Wanamaker. Back in. And that's stolen by Wagner, a former Laker. And that's blocked by Robert Williams, and a foul and 1 for Bradley Beal. And they have a chance to put him up by 2 possessions. And all of a sudden, they might be checking back in John Wall, and they do. Kemba Walker is also checked in. Jason Tatum, all the starting 5 for the Boston Celtics. And here is Kemba. Kemba rolling to the rack. Off the glass. Beautiful. Over a wall. He is just putting up a stellar season. Better than he did with the Hornets. And Wall. What a juke move, and Wall. Back to 6. Brad Wanamaker playing him. Brad Wanamaker laying it in. Laying it in is Wanamaker. And it's back to 4. It's 48-44. What a read by Wanamaker. 9 minutes to go in the first half. And that's a tip. Nearly tipped. I think that was tipped by Robert Williams. And here is Gordon. There it is. Gordon Hayward. Chance to cut it, the lead to 2. Good. First one's falls. Second one could fall, and the second one is laid up, and it is good. 48-46. Boston Celtics. And that's stolen by Robert Williams. Juking him. Back in. Robert Williams in. There's Tatum, and the game is tied. 48-48. He is averaging 18.6 points a game this season. He is trying to get the team to win this season. He doesn't care about much points scoring. He just wants to win games. He said that in his last press conference. And that's Robert Williams. That's exactly what we need. Brad Wanamaker on the other end. And they give the lead to the Boston Celtics, 50-48. And all of a sudden, the Boston Celtics regain that momentum back after the Washington Wizards trying to be the thief here, trying to steal that momentum away. That is back up. No. Madini is blocked. Blocked by Robert Williams. He is having a terrific season. That is good. No. Rebound by Walker. Gordon Hayward. Jukes it in. Back in. Robert Williams for 2. Good. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-point lead for the Boston Celtics. And Robert Williams is a heck of a game changer, and a timeout by the Wizards. And when we come back, we will get it started with a 4-point lead for the Boston Celtics. We'll be back right after these messages from Boston. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Welcome back to the Boston Sports Network. Boston Celtics currently lead the Wizards by 4, 52-48, and all of a sudden, these are David's Burton. You look at his numbers this season: 8.3 points a game, last 5 games, 12.6. He has been having a heck of a season in his last 5 games. Give some credit to that young man. And yeah, and now the Wizards are trying to regain the lead here before halftime. Kemba Walker, John Wall. These two guys have been going at it all game long. They won't be long if there's a fight by the end of the night. And there's Wagner for 3. These two guys do not like each other. There's been rivalry between these two teams since Larry Bird's been in the league. Since Larry Bird, it's been quite some time. And that's out of bounds. Robert Williams, with those big cloud hoppers, steps out of bounds. And that's a foul on Wanamaker. His first. 3rd team foul. 6:59 to go, second quarter. And it's 52-51. Boston currently leads by 1. John Wall being cut down by Kemba Walker with 10 on the shot clock. There it is, off the glass. High off the glass. Wizards lead by 1. Been back and forth ball game. Kemba lays it up and in. Where's the defense by Washington? Kemba just lays it in. It's 54-53. Kemba on Wall. Daniel Tice is now checked in. Robert Williams back to Wagner for 2. And the dunk. Tatum for 3. Couldn't score. Beal connects, and it's 57-54. Walker trying to do something. Bounces it. And out of bounds, Wizards ball. Oh my goodness, their turnovers are killing them at this point. And it's 5:48 to go to the second quarter. And that's off. They're playing with strong heart right now, the Washington Wizards. Tatum for 3. God! Tatum is the game clutching player the Celtics always needed, and it's back to 2. Hachimura picks up the 2 points. It's back to 4-point ball game here in Boston. Tatum connecting. Tatum got it with the little friendly finger roll, and it's back to 2. And the Wizards with the ball. Tatum, Tice on Hachimura. Back off. Good little footwork there. Gives them a 4-point lead again. Tatum dunks it in. And a timeout, Wizards. And yeah, this could be a good game like this throughout the rest of this game. And back and forth, head to head. And they took a timeout. It was just a quick one. And here's Kemba Walker. There's Mahinmi with the dunk, and it's 65-61. Tatum got led up and won. Tatum gets the call and won. He is having a game of his life. Jason Tatum with the free throw falls. And it's 65-64. Washington up by 1. What a game. John Wall. Back it down, Kemba. There's 2 points. There's Kemba. (67-66). Kemba, easy little lane with 2 points. That's a foul? No, that ain't a foul. What? And oh my goodness, a lot of contact, and Kenter finally called with the foul. There's a lot of contact on those blocks there, and I'm surprised the first one wasn't even called. That guy got knocked down, a lot of body. Kemba Walker rolling. Daniel Tice for 3. He fires it and it rolls in and out. Oh my goodness, there's Wall. Jams it through. And it's 71-66. They're putting up some points. Daniel Tice. Jaylen Brown. Couldn't even get that bunny shot to fall. And it's going to be an easy miss. John Wall has an easy lane. Got it. Back to 7. It's a 7-point lead for Washington. Jason Tatum for 3. Good. Jason Tatum is on fire here in Boston TD Garden. Kemba Walker. Wall, fadeaway shot. Can't fall. Tipped, and the Boston Celtics control it. Tatum. Drive it in. Tatum over him. And it's going to be a jam. He takes it to the rack. And the lead's back to 2 after they're down by 7. How quickly the Celtics can come back, it's impressive. And a foul on Jaylen Brown. And a couple free throws coming here for Washington as the Washington Wizards hit the bonus. Kemba Walker. Easy lane. Good. Back to 2. 75-73. 2 minutes to go till halftime. Wall jams it over Kemba Walker. Kemba driving it in. Good by Kemba. Back to 2 points. John Wall, Kemba, back at the Hikamura. Jason Tatum trying to keep inbound, and that's 2. 1:26 to go in the first half. Kemba Walker trying to connect. He does again. Kemba Walker again. Back off. John Wall. Cody Zeller trying to do some work inside. Here's Yukamura back outside. Kanter can't connect over Kanter, and a rebound by Tatum. There's Kemba Walker on the roll, and it's blocked by John Wall. Final minute and a half. John Wall, and that's blocked. Controlled by Tatum. Here is Kemba. Tie game here in Boston. 79-79. Looks like Boston Celtics can have the ball to control the last few seconds in this first half. Here's Yukamura. Up. Tice with the rebound. And Jaylen Brown just lets it work. Winding down the clock. Tatum. Brown. Good pass. Back in. Kemba for 3. In and out. Tice for 3. No good. And that's halftime. And it's tied at 79. Going to halftime. And we'll be back in the second half on the Boston Sports Network. As welcome back here on the Boston Sports Network. In the first half, Jason Tatum, 26 points, 3 rebounds, 1 block, had a pretty good first half, and the Washington Wizards will control the ball to start the second half at a tie game at 79. And Wall, first shot of the game in the second half, I'm sorry, and there he is a miss. Jaylen Brown firing it back out, and that's out of bounds, throws it away. Is Jaylen Brown.
What's up? Eddie, I'm gonna watch your live stream.
And here we go. Kemba Walker controls the ball here. Back out, Gordon Hayward. Kemba Walker trying to get it to him, almost tipped back. Daniel Tice working his way. Hook shot can't fall. Daniel Tice struggling from the field as of late, and he just can't get nothing to fall here. Seems like he's playing better on the road. And Kemba Walker up over Tatum is John Wall for a 2-point lead. Kemba Walker back to Tatum, working his way in, and a foul, and couldn't get the N1 to go, but he does end up at the line for shot, 2 points, and here is Jason Tatum, chance to tie this ball game. And it does. What a game this has been. Kemba Walker backing down, trying to play defense on John Wall. He's been having a terrific game of himself. Here's Hachimura. Hayward be guarding him. 6 to shoot now. And there's Bryant Brown for 3. Couldn't fall. And Hachimura and gets the foul. Gordon Hayward gets called on a shooting foul, and Hachimura heads to the line. He has 12 points. 13. He would have 14 after this one. And he does. 14 points for Hachimura. Kemba Walker on. Backing down him. Juking him out. Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown for 3. God! Jaylen Brown regains the Celtics lead by 1. And the crowd here is nuts, is loud. John Wall for 3, couldn't fall. Gordon Hayward controls the rebound. Kemba Walker just takes it himself to the lane, and they lead by 3. What a game. Back and forth. Already the 6th lead change. Not even the 4th quarter yet. And here's John Wall trying to cut the lead to within 1. He does. There's Hayward for 3. And they're starting to be red hot from downtown. And he hits another 3. Gordon Hayward is on fire. He hasn't had much shot opportunities tonight between Jason Tatum and Kemba Walker tonight. It's been more Jason Hayward's side of things. And here's Gordon Hayward trying to do defense on Jet Brown Jr. here. Hachimura, and that's blocked. Tatum gets the call on the block. Way over there. Jukes him there. Daniel Tice. Jaylen Brown working his way up. He gets blocked. Bradley Beal. Hachimura couldn't fall and rebounded by Kemba Walker. Here it is. Walker couldn't fall. He usually hits one of those. It must be his knee injury. His knee injury must not be 100% healed. And he seems like he's going to have a struggle on his layups. Here's Bryant. That's blocked by Daniel Tice. And that couldn't fall from Jason Tatum. Bradley Beal trying to back down Gordon Hayward. John Wall now controls the ball. Big shot. Couldn't fall. Tatum regains the rebound. This has been a tight, intense game. Jayson Tatum couldn't fall again. He is missing easy bunny shots. He should not be missing. It is tough. Bradley Beal around. 2-point falls. And the Celtics call a timeout. And we'll be back right after these messages from the Boston Sports Network. Welcome back on the Boston Sports Network here in the TD Garden in Boston, downtown Boston. Washington currently trails the Boston Celtics, here hometown, by 2, 89-87 with 7:46 to go here in the third quarter. Only 10 points scored so far for the Boston Celtics here in quarter number 3, but it is Brad Wanamaker checked in, Grant Williams checked in, here's Marcus Smart as well. Robert Williams has been a game changer for Boston as of late. He's back off injury. Brad Wanamaker. Marcus Smart for 3. And that couldn't fall. And it's a miss by Marcus Smart. It was rattled in and out. John Wall off. Wall again off the glass. Tie ball game. This game's going to be intense from start to finish. Here's Grant Williams checking him down. And that's a foul and could not get the and one. He shoots 2 at the line. And that's in and out. Could not make that the fall. And he is wearing number 12. Most likely for Tom Brady. Hopefully he's begging him to stay in New England. Try to win another Super Bowl before he goes on and retires. And that's blocked by Robert Williams. He is a game changer here in Boston. Oh my goodness. The wingspan he has cannot be better than that. He's the only guy in the East that could probably guard Giannis Antetokounmpo. And there it is. Williams with the rebound. Doesn't have to get too high off the ground. He's 6'11". And here it is. There is a miss. Pump fake couldn't do it. It's a miss off the layup, a little too strong. And here's Brown Jr. guarded by Grant Williams, rookie out of Tennessee. Gordon Hayward. That's a two-pointer for John Wall, and they regain a 1-point lead. That is the 8th lead change in this ballgame. Grant Williams on. He gets the and one. No! He gets the bucket, though. And it's 92-91. Good move by Grant Williams. Celtics shooting 55% from the field. And there it is. Wagner, former Laker, makes the bucket there. Grant Williams on. Assist. There's going to be Brad Wanamaker. Assist by Grant Williams. Points in the paint, 10 for Brad Wanamaker. And he's got 10 points on the night. All points is coming from the paint from Brad Wanamaker. Really good scorer off the bench. And here's going to be a defensive play. No. Williams rebounds the ball. Marcus Smart off the glass. Good. And they lead by 3. With 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Brad Wanamaker. Going to be tough. Robert Williams at Mini City. He is going to be on him. Robert Williams with that wingspan. He can't be guarded. There it is again. Brown. Shot clock at 2. Gonna be good. Defense. Good defense and a shot clock violation by the Celtics. Well, forced by the Celtics and issued by Washington. And the hottest shooting players in the league: Derek White, Bradley Beal, Devon Mitchell, whatever, and now Brad Wanamaker here, working his way in. Robert Williams for 2, off the glass. No, that's hard, too strong. Not quite the glass, but off the bank of the rim. Bradley Beal trying to get down on him as Marcus Smart to try to guard him, and Washington's able to score Bradley Beal's 2 points. Brad Wanamaker working his way in. Grant Williams back out. Wanamaker, Smart, 2, deep 2, off the rim, too strong. And there's Beal for 2, and they lead by 1. That's the 9th lead change in the game. Robert Williams. And it's a foul. Good move. Puts Williams at the line. He is a good free throw shooter center, and here we go. He's 2 for 2 at the line. He is 2 for 3 at the free throw line. This game's tied at 97. Jaylen Brown's checked in. Good. 2. Back up to 2 points. Robert Williams for 3. That's too strong. He tried to take it home and could not finish. Bradley Beal for 2. Hayward controls the rebound. Jaylen Brown working his way on. And that's a jump ball. And most likely, Celtics might be able to control this. Up against a 6'9 versus a 6'11. And the Celtics do control it. Gordon Hayward jukes him on here. And he goes up good. And the Celtics tie it at 99. 10 lead changes in the game. If one more person scores, it'll be the 10th lead change in this game. 3:20 to go in the third. Wagner for 2. No good, and controlled by Cantor. Jaylen Brown goes to the net, and what a dunk! His 3rd major dunk in the game. He is putting up a number, putting up a storage. He is going to be in the Hall of Fame if he keeps it up throughout his season. And here is Marcus Smart, Jabaz Napier, and a foul. That's called on Enes Kanter, his 2nd. Tatum still has 2 fouls, I do believe, since the first quarter. So that could do it. And now it's tied at 101. High-scoring affairs between the Washington Wizards and the Boston Celtics. There it is, and 1-0. Marcus Smart wanted it, but didn't get it. Jabaz Napier's first foul. He hasn't been in long enough to be fouled, and that's Marcus Smart's miss. Try to make this. He's a good free throw shooter. He knocks down 1 from 2 at the line there, and it's 102-101 Celtics. 2:40 to go, third quarter, and that's going to be a dunk by Beal. Gives them a lead. That's the 12th lead change in this game. There it is. Bucket good by Hayward. That is the 13th lead change. This game is something else, and it's 104-103. And a foul going to be called on Wagner. Going back to the Celtics. An illegal screen by Wagner. That costs them a possession. And here's Marcus Smart. Jaylen Brown, the assist by Gordon Hayward. Jaylen Brown able to dunk that in clean. Gives them a 3-point lead. 106-103 with the final 2 minutes in the third quarter. Jabaz Napier thought he found a guy, and he does. Beal for 1. 28 points for Beal, 28 points for Tatum. Tatum hasn't been in since the 8-minute mark in this third. Robert Williams for 2. Couldn't go, and that's a tough shot. Going to catch and move on the run. That is a tough shot. Jabaz Napier off this glass here, guarded by Marcus Smart. Comes out of University of University of Connecticut. Bradley Beal on Brown. And that's a dunk over Brown and between Williams. It is the 14th lead change. Good tip out. Didn't look too good. And Marcus Smart for 2. 3. That's a deep 3. And that is hauled in by the Wizards. No one's in the bonus yet. Wagner, and that's blocked by Williams, and he gets the rebound. There it is. And a Hayward jam. And it's back to a 108-107 lead, a 1-point lead for the Boston Celtics with a final minute in this third. What a game. Beal for 2, no. And here it is. And 1 by Gordon Hayward. What a jam. That wasn't quite a jam, but what an and 1. Gordon Hayward, chance to make it a 3-point play. And he does. And it's 111-107. Boston Celtics extremely well here. Beal, teardrop falls. And it's 111-109. Cantor jams it in over Wagner. They're up 113-109. 23 seconds to go in the third. Beal trying to slow down here. Celtics trying to slow down Beal. Batons for 3. Good. And there's a 3. And this is a 1-point game. Celtics control it for the final time in this third quarter. And Smart does with 2.5. Marcus Smart gives the Celtics a 115-112 lead. And it's a missed full court shot by the Wizards. And the Celtics lead by 3, and they get the ball to start the fourth. And what a game this has been. And when we come back, we'll start the fourth quarter here in Boston. Welcome back here on the Boston Sports Network. It's presented by State Farm. Assist of the game, Brad Wanamaker to Robert Williams on the bucket, and that was a heck of a shot there. He is performing. He is a big player of this game, and the Celtics will have it here in the fourth. Gordon Hayward back in. There's Cantor. Good assist by Gordon Hayward. Cantor with the bucket, and this crowd hasn't sat, and that's the first time they've sat in since 5 minutes to play in the third. This crowd has been up, and they got to be tired. And here's Kemba Walker. That's blocked by Cantor. And Enes Kanter with that rebound, or that block. And here is Jason Tatum. Hasn't been in since 8 minutes left in the third. He has been on the bench for quite a while. And here's Tatum with the first bucket coming off the bench. And it's a 7-point lead for the Celtics. They have the fourth quarter. They're the best fourth quarter team in the NBA, and that's a three-pointer for Bradley Beal. He's leads the NBA in three-point percentage at 47%. Here it is. Kemba Walker trying to guard the rim, and there it is, Enes Kanter. Back to Hayward. Tatum. Walker. Brown. And that's tipped and stays here. It's Boston ball with 10:49 to go. This game's going to be close. It's a 4-point game at 119-115. Enes Kanter gets it. Passes it to Tatum. Fades away. 3. Is that a 3? No. That's a deep 2. They might check that at the scores table and see if that was a 3, but it probably was a 2. I think it was. As I could see, he did not step behind the line, so that's most likely a 3. So it's going to stand, and there's Jabaz Napier. Tatum gets it to Jaylen Brown. Back out to Tatum. He could have had the easy layup. He just chose to pass. Enes Kanter. Not much space here. He just dribbles it in. In and out off the hook shot. Enes Kanter could not can make that shot happen. And there it is, a miss. Controlled by Daniel Tice. And that's stolen by Jabaz Napier. Kemba Walker on the move. Kemba Walker trying to D up Jabaz Napier from UConn. That is a floater, good. And it's back. 121-117, 9:33 to go in the fourth quarter. Daniel Tice for 2. That's off. Way off. That was actually off the rim of the back end. Front and end, and here it is. Bradley Beal. Step back. Rebounded by Enes Kanter. Jason Tatum just fires it. And a foul. Tatum hits the line. That's Hukamara. Third foul in the game, and Jason Tatum shoots 2 at the line. Knocks down the first of 2. He's 1 for 1 there. Goes for 2 for 2 at the line there. 123-117. It's a 6-point game with 9:04 to go here in the fourth, and that is 2 points good by Hukamara. Boston Celtics controls it. 8:50 to go in the fourth. Kemba. Tice. That's rebounded. Offensive rebounded by Tice. Tatum working his way in. Off the glass. No. Could not fall. Hukamara continues to work his way up and down the court. Here it is. John Brown Jr. could not contest it. And that's a rebound and put back good. 123-121. This game is getting close. Jaylen Brown off. Good. No. Good defense for the Wizards to keep them from scoring those easy buckets. Here's Bradley Beal. Up over Tatum. Tatum returns, controls the rebound. Jason Tatum. Good! That falls! Jason Tatum's got 36. 18 points of them are in the paint, and the Wizards call a timeout. and we'll take a break. And when we come back from the Boston Sports Network, Wizards will have possession with 7:50 on the clock. Welcome back on the Boston Celtics Sport Network. It is a 125-121 currently with 7:50 to go in fourth quarter, and the Washington Wizards will have the ball with 7:50 left here in the fourth. They're down by 4. Here we are in the Boston TD Garden. Celtics got the momentum. Quiet crowd after that timeout taken by the Washington Wizards, but hopefully the Celtics can get that crowd loud again. And that's a defensive play, and that kind of works. Jaylen Brown on the jam. He does. And that is a 6-point lead for the Celtics. 127-121. Going in, John Wall. Thinks he can take all these big guys. He does not. Tatum rebounds. Tice for 3. That's a deep 2. That is a deep 2 and a rebound and assist by. That was a gorgeous assist by Gordon Hayward. Could not get that to fall. He thought he could have took it up and laid it in, but he wanted to get the assist. Felt more important. Brown. That's going to be blocked and out of bounds. At last touched by Hayward. It was blocked by Daniel Tice, though. It was blocked too fast. Hayward couldn't react fast enough, and Hayward. Brown could not defend that play on Bradley Beal. Gordon Hayward continues, faces, and he jams it home. Not last long. Gordon Hayward having a heck of a night as well. 131-123. It's an 8-point game now. The biggest lead for the Boston Celtics here tonight on a Friday night on the Boston Sports Network. Daniel Tice throws it. Starting to work it well. Tatum. Got it. No. He misses another easy layup. That's probably his 4th easy miss all night. Seems like he makes tough ones. That's going to be rebounded by Tice. Late getting to it. That's stolen by the Wizards. That's blocked again. And controlled by Walker. Tatum jams it home. And a 10-point lead for the Celtics. And that's stolen by Brown. Spins out of traffic. Takes it. And jams it home. And they're up by 12. 22 points tonight for Brown. He's 9 for 16 from the field. And that's jammed in by Hukamara. Back to 10. 5:30 to go in the fourth quarter. They're controlling the clock very nicely here. Brown working things in. Passes it. Very tough passes. Kemba for 3. In and out. And Hukamara with that rebound. There's John Wall for 3. And a timeout by the Celtics. And we'll take one quick break. And when we come back, the Celtics will have the ball up by 7. And the lead was just 12. Welcome back here on the Boston Sports Network between the Boston Celtics and the Washington Wizards, and the player of the game, Jordan player of the game, is Jason Tatum. In this game, he currently has like 40 points now, I think. I do remember. And there's Jaylen Brown for 2. Back to 9. The lead is back to 9. That is 24 points tonight for Jaylen Brown. 6 mid-ranges for Brown. I think he has a couple threes as well. Brown. And out of bounds, Wizards ball. Wall with the dunk. And wow, it was 137-130. And that's Tatum. Walker couldn't fall, and that's blocked by Wall. And Ikamara back to Beal. Couldn't fall, and Tice with the rebound. 4:30 to go. It's back to 7. Tatum, I don't know, for 3. Falls. He was wide open. He took a little step back. He didn't need to. Beal working his way in. That is good. Back to 5. 137-132. 3 timeouts for Celtics, 3 for Washington. Walker. Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward for 3. Off the rim. Too strong. Bradley Beal. And that's stolen by Tatum. Tipped away by Brown. Gordon Hayward. And good! What a tough shot. And it's back to 7 with 3:30 to go in the 4th. That's blocked by Jaylen Brown. Takes it away, and that's Jaylen Brown takes it himself and takes it to the rack. And one big game. It's a 9-point game. 141-132. The biggest lead for the Celtics is 12. John Wall up and in. It's back to 7. And there it is. Jason Tatum misses another easy bunny. Back to the Wizards it go. And there it is, Bradley Beal. 141-136. There is a 3, and that's good by Kemba Walker. It is back to an 8-point game. First 3 of the night for Walker. In clutch situation, he needed it. With 2:20 to go, and here's Brown Jr. for 3. Couldn't haul it in. And it looks like the Celtics are going to run away with this win. Jaylen Brown gets the foul and could not get the N1, but gets the foul for 2. And it's a unique silence crowd. A unique crowd screech here. It says MVP to Jaylen Brown, but not even close on the MVP rating. Bradley Beal jams it through. It is back to an 8-point game. Kemba Walker dealing with a knee injury / finger injury, and Tice for 2. Good. And it's back to 10. And that is Jaylen Brown on the defense. Gordon Hayward. Jaylen Brown. Good. And it's a 12-point game. It's 150-138. 30 points tonight for Jaylen Brown. 126. Brings it down to 120. That's highly contested. And the putback is good. And it's 150-140. Tice continues the roll to the rack. Could not get the N1, but he goes to the line. It is a shooting foul now. And the Celtics could be close to entering the bonus. And there is Daniel Tyson. This crowd is silent. Even though the Celtics are winning, they're up by 11. And it is 152-140. 12-point game. They tie the biggest margin of the night for the Boston Celtics. The biggest margin of the night for the Wizards is 8. But they haven't had the lead since 5 minutes left in the third. It's been a while. Kemba Walker for 3. Good. That's a second 3 in that game, and that's the dagger. 155-140. That is dagger here at the TD Garden, and the Wizards could not finish it out. And they're closer and closer of getting eliminated out of the playoffs as the playoffs approach in April. And there's Tice. Jams it through, and it's a 17-point lead, 157-140. And the Celtics are just running away with it slowly but surely. And there's Wall. Could not finish that home. And they're going to run out this clock as much as possible. And Tice got it. 19-point lead and 15 seconds left, and rolls off the clock. John Wall continues to dribble it. Shoots a 3. Ugly 3, and it goes in. And the Celtics are just going to run out the clock, and that is game. That is game, and the Celtics go home with the win. Well, they are home, and it's 159-153. 159-143, my bad. And what a game this was tonight. The Celtics just roll over the Wizards. It was close early. Celtics run away with it late. And that should do it tonight. And that will do it tonight on the Boston Sports Network. We'll see you next time here on the Boston Sports Network. And good night.